Hi everyone, welcome on to this YouTube video all about Adobe Premiere Pro CC and the multicam option within it. So what is multicam? Multicam is a really nice and easy way to edit your footage together from multi-camera shoots. So if you've gone to your shoot for something like a music video and you've got multiple cameras shooting different angles, it's a really nice easy way to edit everything together. It's a little bit quicker than normal and it also comes out really quite well. So what do you need to make multicam work? Number one, you need Adobe Premiere Pro open. Number two, you need some footage to work with. Today I'll be using some of our editing exercise footage. I'm going to pick the jazz song for today, so we'll import these 4 clips here. So this was obviously shot with 4 cameras, so that's what I'm going to show you today, but you might be shooting with 2 or 3 or 4 or even more. Multicam can work with as many cameras as you want, although the more cameras you add, the slower the process might be, as the program might struggle to run with too many. But it does seem to work quite well with 4. So now we've got those 4 clips in there, what I'm going to do is drag one in just to make a really nice easy sequence, and then drag all the rest in all on top of each other. The benefit of this footage obviously is that everything is synchronized up for me already. However, remember, you can highlight all your footage, right click and use Adobe's built-in synchronize feature to synchronize all your audio for you. Makes your life that a little bit easier. Once you've got all our footage in, what we need to do is we need to nest all our video clips together. So we simply highlight everything on the screen, we right click and we do nest. So what nesting does is it sandwiches all the video clips into one channel. So I'm just going to call this music video and press OK. So now you can see here that this has gone green. Now underneath, obviously we've still got all our 4 video tracks, so I'm literally just going to mute 3 of them so we only hear 1. Of course, because it's already synchronized, everything's already in sync for us already. The next step we need to do is add the multicam button. Where you find that is you click on the plus button on the right hand side of your preview editor and you drag and drop this one here that says toggle multi-camera view into your toolbar. Doesn't matter where you put it wherever you like. I'm just going to put it on the end because there's a bit of space, and click OK. Now what you need to do is click on that multi-camera button like so. What you'll now notice on your screen is you have 2 separate boxes, one on the right which will become your final output and the one on the left which will become your multi-camera view. Now what we need to do is tell Premiere Pro what we actually want to use for our multi-camera view. So we need to right click on our green nested sequence, we want to select multi-camera and we want to select enable. So what that now does, as you can see in front of you here, is we have our main output on the right hand side and we have each 4 of our clips, 1, 2, 3 and 4 on the left. So now what we're going to do is going to literally press spacebar on our keyboard, and as you can see now everything will start playing at once. What you now need to do is you jump between buttons 1, 2, 3 and 4 on your keyboard to cut between the various clips and footage in front of you. So if I now click on number 2, you'll now see we've gone red, so that means we now jumped onto that clip. Now let's say I want to jump to number 3, we now can click on number 3 and we can jump to that one, and let's say I want to jump to number 4, there's number 4. Now if I leave it on those numbers, it will basically stay there until I change it to something else. So I can go back to my wide, back on number 1. And if I press spacebar now, what you'll notice down here on our timeline, if I zoom in, is we've cut our nested sequence where I've pressed the buttons on the keyboard. So if I go back here, after a nice little cheeky autosave, press spacebar, and as you can see, the main output changes depending what button I pressed on the keyboard. Now this is really nice and easy way to edit because you can see what's coming up on the left hand side and you can see the live output on the right to what it actually looks like. So let's say I've done something wrong. Let's say I don't want to be on camera 4 here, I in fact want to be on number 3. So we can now re-edit over the top and bounce around our footage to exactly what we want to see. So if I press back on 1, press spacebar again to pause it, you can see it's added some extra cuts on our timeline. So here we are, we're looking at number 4, and before we jump back to 1, and now we're jumping over to 3, and now over to 2, and now over to 1 at the end. So it's a really nice and easy way to edit together your footage. Really straightforward, really simple, and also incredibly easy to correct yourself after you've done it. Let's say you've done the whole thing wrong and you want to start again. You literally can drag your play bar all the way to the start, press spacebar, press number 1 to start it, and now what I'm doing is I'm basically wiping everything off and recutting it as I go. So I can literally just jump around, however I like. Really fast as well if you really want to be that crazy. You can jump around this quick. Now press spacebar and you can see there's all those cuts and edits I put in. And if you want to see the final output, you can literally just click away from the multicam option and you can literally see all the cuts that I just put in. Maybe not the best, but you can see how it works. Really nice and straightforward. Just remember to click that multi-camera tool there to go back to the editing window. And that's it. That's Multicam in Premiere Pro CC. Really nice and straightforward, isn't it? So all you need to make this happen is a multi-camera shoot, or you do the same take of your shoot multiple times on the same day, roughly around the same sort of time, because what that will give you is it allows to get rid of any continuity errors with anyone wearing anything different, and also your lighting shouldn't change too much after running through the song a few times. So that's it for this TechNet video. I've been James. Thank you very much for listening and watching along. If you'd like to follow us on our social media platforms on Instagram and Twitter, please feel free to follow us at F6 Media Film is the place to go. Otherwise, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the TechNet channel for all notifications and any updates as well for any new videos we chuck out. Otherwise, I'm going to continue editing this. See you later.